very tight space in here. But morning. Well, it's almost actually afternoon. It's like 10 o'clock. Just woke up. So I gotta start the day with caffeine. My mini fridge here. No sponsor deal, but Reign's the best cherry lemonade here. Let's make some chocolate. So the last video somehow got over like 100 views, which is crazy for like 2 or 3 days. Thanks for the views. So I guess it's kind of what you guys want to see. So let's do some more behind the scenes stuff. So in my room here we got the chocolate machine right there. It's got some chocolate in it now, but we're gonna do some more. Let's start some chocolate. So first thing, it's at 108, so I just keep it there. And if you know anything about tempering chocolate, you keep it at 108, drop it down to 88, 86, somewhere like that. With a big machine like this, it's just up and down. Yeah, so we do the seating method, which means we're going to heat it up to 108, which it's at. So we'll turn this on and it'll rotate that chocolate again. This has been in there for like a day or so. I don't want to typically leave it in there more than that because the chocolate will start to separate. It gets all oily and it's kind of gross. And the reason I'm wearing a sweatshirt is because it's 65 degrees in here and it's cold. Because this room, it's freezing cold. Since I put the door in here, it's like such a tight space now. Like even the metal is freezing cold. So the angles might be weird, but we're gonna do some chocolate, and it's slowly getting there. So let's get a spatula, and the spatulas I actually put over here. I'm looking for this and this. So I got my trusty blue spatula, and then this metal. It's very bendy and thin, so it's really nice that it will actually. I might need to buy some more chocolate here soon because this was 11 pounds. But we gotta get some more. So let's get the gloves on first. So we're actually correct with our stuff. So I like to fill this up. This is a 4-cup measuring cup, made of glass. Please don't use a metal bowl. Obviously we're using a microwave, so I only have glass. Next week I'll buy another bag of chocolate. I haven't gotten any really, I only got 4 orders. And no, I'm not putting the one that I dropped on the floor. I'm going to eat it because chocolate. So we melt this over here. Microwave is below. I like to do 2 minutes and then 1 minute after we stir it. Yes, it gets really hot, but this microwave's tiny, so it's okay. So this is mixing. It's heating up to 108. It's kind of still there because it's been there for a day or so. The machine's pretty warm. I don't think this bulb on this side is actually hot enough. Even though it's the exact same wattage as this bulb, this one's actually super hot. This is the original. This one burned out like a few weeks ago, so I replaced it with one at Walmart, but I don't think it's the right one because it doesn't get as hot. I did put a 43 watt bulb in here and it got way hotter, so I had like 143 versus 200 watts in here with how our bulbs work and which ones actually will produce heat and which ones won't produce heat. So we got about a minute left, and then we'll pour it in. Alright, so the microwave just beeped, so it's hot. It's mostly melted, as you can see, but it's still got some solid chocolate in there. So I use my trusty blue spatula to mix it up just a little bit, and then another 30 seconds, 45 seconds to a minute, depending on how much I actually put in this thing. Is usually where I'm at, but it's pretty solid still, so it's melted but solid. And so just scrape this off on the backsplash of the machine here, right there, and then I'll keep that away from the phone here, put that there. This can sit here so I can use it and then scrape it off and put it back there. This we're going to mix up now and kind of distribute the heat evenly. It's not super hot on the bottom, so that's good. Put it back in for 1 minute, and it should be fluid when we are able to pour it in the machine. I also realized that I never really gave a full tour of this room. I did on my phone, but I never, you know, all you've seen is the machine working and behind the scenes and whatever. So let's do, you know, a tour of this actual room. So you come in this door here, and then we got 1, 2, 3 lights. This shelf up here has a bunch of stuff on it, but I'm definitely gonna take all that off. Obviously the big old trusted machine. I got a trash can. This styrofoam cooler, I have 2 of them now, which is great. So that'll be for delivering orders. Microwave, some tools down there. That's the top that goes on top of the machine. The tripod here. This shelf I'm going to clear off. It's just got books on it. We got the lamp for a third light source. Here we got some supplies. We got my business cards there. Minor things that we probably will never use. Cash pouch plus lockbox for money. All of my boxes that I've pre-built and put stickers on. So each one I have to do is just grab one. It's got a gold tray in it. And then that's great. Got Ziploc bags. I got 2 different size funnels to fill each one of these bottles with. I got a source of white chocolate, not a lot because I'm not using it yet, but I'll get some more. And then we got caramel for the sea salt caramel. We have jelly for the peanut butter and jelly. And then in the fridge we have all of our fillings. We have the coconut cream, energy sources, peanut butter, jelly in there, coconut cream, and then our trusty thermometer to know every morning what our fridge is currently set at. If it'll focus, it's like 40. I want it usually 38 to 40, and then we have each 4 bins of chocolate here. And I'm running low on the PB&J because I've not gotten that to do right yet. That's the microwave, so let's go back to that, and then I'll put you back on the tripod real quick, and then we'll get the stuff put in the machine so we can actually start making chocolate and turn it down. So let's do that. Alright, so this finally tells me, hey, I'm done. Okay, yep. You want to see when you swirl it around, it's fluid like that, very liquidy, which is great. Just stir it a little bit. And it's not burnt. We don't want to burn chocolate because chocolate's expensive. It's like $120 for an 11-pound bag, which is crazy. That is fairly full. And the way you want to do seeding method is you're adding tempered cold chocolate. It's not 108 liquid. So you're going to turn this down to 108 or 88. You're going to just turn the knob down and then add your chocolate. And then doing that will speed up the cooling process. This fan will kick on. And it'll just cool it down from the inside in the bowl. So I don't want to do a whole lot of chocolate right now, so we're just going to keep it where it's at. So this should be at 108. It's still heating up, so let me see. You just turn it down. It's at like 97, so we're going to turn it up to 108. Let that new chocolate dose from the microwave kind of come back up to 108. And then once it's at 108, we'll turn it down to 88 and be ready to start the seeding process to temper it correctly. Alright, so it's at 108. I just came in here and checked it. We're ready to go. It hasn't kicked the fan on before, or hasn't kicked the fan on yet. The last shop I worked at, when I had this machine and used it there, the fan did kick on automatically when it went up to 108, but it's at 100 something. So hopefully it will be okay. So now let's seed the chocolate. And yes, I always change my gloves every single time because correct. Fill it up about halfway. And this is the reason why I need more chocolate, because seeding it also takes quite a bit of chocolate. I'm almost out. So, but then again, 5 pounds of chocolate gets me like over 1,000 pieces, so I can really make it last. These will do a lot. Alright. Half of the truck. That's a big piece of chocolate. Why did it do that? There's no way. It's at 108 so far already. And then we can zoom y'all in. And you can kind of see what I'm doing over here. Look at this. Why does it tell me it's already at 88? There's no way. I don't think this thing is broken. I think it's doing okay, and it's making a lot of chocolate, but it may or may not be correct. We'll see. I'm also shooting directly into the light, so that might be better. Here we go. Yeah. I don't know. I've used this like a lot. I've used this machine quite a bit, so You know, it's a slightly different from what I'm used to. I use a 1.5 pound machine at work, and it's a lot different. It's just all automatic. It's all electric and buttons, and it's like so much easier. If it's at the number that you want it down to, and this red light comes on, then it's weird because it's backwards. I'm looking at the screen. So if this light comes on, it says temperature control, and then this is on here, and it's at your number. That means that it's down there and it's heating up still to keep it at that temperature, so it'll stay in that range and won't get too cold and won't get too hot. So it'll kick on and off automatically and just do its own thing. I forgot to turn my favorite sign on. I bought this thing just for this room and I didn't even turn it on. So I got a little remote here turned to white. Makes the letters stand out more. So if you can't read, it says Best Chocolate Maker. I wonder who that is. Alright, now we can make some chocolate. I also don't want to get my sweatshirt dirty, so I kind of got to wear an apron. And my favorite apron is the one that my girlfriend got me. It's got chocolate on it, even though I washed it. Don't know if it'll be able to see. Yeah, you can read it now. So it's your opinion was not in the recipe. So there's no recipes here, but opinion is still invalid. This machine and table is too high. I'm going to buy another table in like 2 weeks that has a lip on it, and it's much better. These lamps are also in my way. Oh yeah, the thickness is better, for sure. Wonderful temperature controlled, air conditioned house with zero humidity here, I think will be okay. So then I take it at this stage after I fill each cavity 99% of the way, and then I scrape down each side and I scrape the top. So now that it's finally fully covered on all the edges, you can see that it is, I can't really see, so it's finally, you know, coated around each side. It's like a peanut butter cup. Then we take it and we just tip it upside down and let it all drip out. You probably can't really see from that angle, but it's all dripping out. It's covering that top piece, but once it gets to a drip and not a full steady stream, then it's good. And then we stop, and I scrape it one last time on all the sides, scrape off the top of the machine here. We could also let this set at room temperature, but it's not. So now you can see that it's filled but empty, so that's good. Doesn't have to get 100% right there, it's just as close as possible, because the bottoms will cover the rest that we need. And a little more on top there. And this just gets air bubbles and it lets it really set in on there. It's freaking loud. And that's just a test subject one, so once I get that in the fridge and I am done for a minute while we let that sit for at least 5 to 10 minutes to set as the shell, and then we'll see where it's at. And then it's kind of like I'm still in the testing phase of this chocolate machine because I haven't used it that much. I mean, I've used it, but just not here, not the specific machine. So hopefully it will do okay. So now that everything is spick and span, now we wait. And we wait for the chocolate to set in its mold as we prepare. I might do some more, it doesn't have to be on camera because you'll know what I'm doing. And plus this video is already 7 minutes long on this one clip, so it's going to be a really longer video. You can see it just kicked off the light and you hear the fan going. So I turned off the light, which means it's cooling down now, so I got a little bit past 88, so I know that it's actually down at 88 now, and it's still cooling down. It's continuing, so I'm going to move some stuff in the fridge so I got some more space, and then I'm going to fill a couple more molds because we have like a lot of chocolate to use, and then we'll kind of fill each one at the same time. So I'll see when I'm going to fill some chocolate. Alright, so it's been about 10 to 15 minutes. Those chocolates are doing pretty okay in the fridge, but I'm going to end the video here because it's already long enough. I just want to kind of do it more in depth, you know, talk as I go and do some more stuff with the chocolate. And I'll certainly be doing some more videos like this. I'll work on some more chocolates and then carry out the rest of my day and go do other stuff. So thanks for watching, I will try to get to the bottom of why comments are turned off on every last one of my videos. I would love to hear what y'all say about the videos and input on the last like 5 videos since I've come back that they just turned off all the comments. So I'll figure it out. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let's try and get to 1,000 subscribers. That'd be awesome. So I'll keep updating you on the journey of the chocolate and the rest of my business and adventures. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Hey guys, so it's 2 o'clock and I've been in here still doing chocolate stuff. I could not figure out for the life of me what in the world was going on with my machine and why my chocolate was coming out like this. So I've been doing the PB&J ones and they just like, break off in there, and I could not figure it out, and it still looks wet on the bottom if you can't tell. Like that one in the center there just looks awful, and the caramel one did the same thing, and I could not figure out why. So I went and got a thermometer that I had in my car, and I'll show you that it's reading completely wrong. So it's not me, it's not the tempering process, it's the machine. So you can see at the machine I turned it up to 108, so let's see where it's actually sitting at. 92, 93, 5. So I'm just going to have to use this. Okay, so it's 96. So I don't know if it's the thermometer, or not the thermometer, if it's a sensor on the inside, or if it's actually just kind of messed up with the dial. Maybe the dial is completely wrong, because I turned it all the way down as far as it could go, 80 degrees, and it would reach 96, 95, 92, whatever, and then turn on the heater and go right back up. So it's got to be a sensor on the inside. But you can see that the inside of there, this chocolate and this lip here, this is all messy. This bulb is not heating up as hot. This is like cold to the touch. This one over here is hot on this whole surface. So this 100-watt bulb must be toast, brand new. So I got to replace this bulb, and it's just a couple screws in the back here. So I want to do a video eventually, an in-depth cleaning, because there's nothing like that online. I've looked. No one messes with this machine, at least in the last 6-7 years. So we gotta have an updated video to do that for 2023. So you go through trials and tribulations and figure it out. So we're gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna make some beautiful chocolates, because I've made hundreds and thousands of chocolates in flawless condition, and like when I have the right machine and the time and the right product, I can make some decent stuff. So we're gonna try, and we're gonna fail, and we're not gonna get there until we fail. So come fail with me. Come make chocolate with me. See you later.